Well, hello there, you sweaty little swamp cats. It's Hopping Mad Media, your preferred presenter of pixelated perplexities, and today I'm coming at you with some Ocarina of Time by popular demand. Many of you wanted to see me play through this with the much rumored, much speculated coming announcement of an Ocarina of Time remake by Nintendo, which that might already be announced by the time this video goes up, as Nintendo's General Direct is rumored to happen in just a few days, so we'll see what happens. But a lot of you guys wanted to see me play through this, so let's get started. What better time than now to jump back in to the OG version. Well, this is not quite OG, it's very modded with 4K textures, and it's the 3DS version. I'll get into all of that a little bit later, but for now, let's get started here.
In the vast, deep forest of Hyrule, long have I served as the guardian spirit. I am known as the Deku Tree. The children of the forest, the Kokiri, live here with me.
I'm doing the Deku Tree. Just gotta polish up his voice a little bit. I'll get there.
However, there is one boy who does not have a fairy. Navi, Navi, where art thou? Oh, Navi the fairy, listen to my words, the words of the Deku Tree. Dost thou sense it? The climate of evil descending upon this realm? Malevolent forces even now are mustering to attack our land of Hyrule. For so long the Kokiri Forest, the source of life, has stood as a barrier, deterring outsiders and maintaining the order of the world. But before this tremendous evil, even my power is as nothing. It seems the time has come for the boy without a fairy to begin his journey. The youth whose destiny is to lead Hyrule to the path of justice and truth. Navi, go now. Find our young friend and guide him to me. I do not have much time left.
Whoa, hey. And guys, I am playing this at 120 FPS. You might see a little bit of frame generation stuff because I'm running lossless scaling just because I want to play it at 120 FPS and enjoy it that way, even though the video on you guys' end that you'll end up seeing on YouTube is 60 FPS. Hello, Mr. Media, wake up! The Great Deku Tree wants to talk to you, Mr. Media! Now, okay, so since it's Japanese, would it be Deku? Because I've always heard people say Deku Tree, but I guess technically if it's a Japanese word, would it not be Deku? Then again, I never know about these things because I've heard the pronunciation of Studio Ghibli is not at all what I used to think it would be. That's because that's not a Japanese word though, it's based on a boat or something. You finally woke up, I'm Navi the Fairy. The Great Deku Tree asked me to be your partner from now on. Nice to meet you. The Great Deku Tree has summoned you, so let's get going right now! Right now! He's like, can I pee and eat some breakfast first? Alright, here we go.
Kokiri Forest!
Kokiri Forest. Oh, this brings back so many memories. All the nostalgia. All the nostalgic feels, guys. Yahoo, Mr. Media! Mr. Media! Let's go down and talk to her. Wow, a fairy. Finally, a fairy came to you, Mr. Media. Wow, that's great news. I'm so happy for you. Now you're a true Kokiri, Mr. Media. Is that right? The Great Deku Tree has summoned you? It's quite an honor to talk to the Great Deku Tree. I'll wait for you here. Get going. Go see the Great Deku Tree. I'm gonna go talk to the tree. Just give me a minute. I'm going to collect some things first. Now guys, this will also act as a guide for any of you playing through Ocarina of Time, perhaps for the first time, because I'm going to not only play through the entire game, but I think I'm gonna do a completionist run, meaning collecting every heart container, every gold skulltula, everything, which means probably like we're looking at probably 39, 40 hours of video, so that's going to be interesting. We'll see how it goes. It's going to be a long playthrough. Anyway, you're going to crawl through here to collect the sword. And to your right, as soon as you enter, we can find a blue rupee. Then you're going to want to wait for this giant boulder to pass. And then up here on the right, there's another blue rupee. There we go. This was one of the most beloved games of my childhood, guys, and still one of my favorite games. It still stands as one of my favorite games of all time. Alright, so now we got the Kokiri Sword. This is a hidden treasure of the Kokiri. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and equip this. I like slicing up the signs. Okay, and then you can kind of just follow the boulder back out. And you know I've got to slice these all up, guys, and collect anything that might be hiding therein. There we go. And slice up the signs. Blue rupee. All right. Now, in order to get out of here, you have to have the sword and the shield. And the shield, the only way you can get it is to purchase it at the little shop up here, and it costs 40 rupees. So I'm just kind of running around collecting some rupees to make sure I'm going to have enough for that. I believe there's some in here. You can go in here and open some chests and get some rupees in here. Can you pick up these pots? I don't remember. I don't think you can. Some of them you can. I think these are decorative, and they're, judging by their size, I don't think they're the right ones that you can pick up and throw. Anyway, there is a blue rupee. Then we got a green. There's a heart in one of these. Blue rupee, that's 5. You came all the way up here? You're a real man. All these girls are in love with Link. Okay, so we're using the view to look around up here a little bit. I'm gonna jump down here, collect some more rupees. while keeping this family friendly, I will say that when I was a child and I played this game, I found what the young boy here was doing to this rock was rather questionable. But I'm going to go ahead and keep collecting rupees here for a little bit. Just going to jump across here. And I believe there's some way, if I remember right, there's a way to get like a blue rupee down here. Unless they took it out, that might have been in just the N64 version. I am playing the 3DS version, and I'll get into why here in a little bit, but I seem to remember if you jump across here just right, you could get a blue rupee or something. Oh well. Might just be an N64 thing. I don't remember exactly how to do it anyway. Yes, that's how you use a fairy. It's so great that you finally have a fairy partner. I'll teach you how to talk to people using your fairy. Okay. When you have nothing to target, you can push L to look forward. Try it now. We're gonna do some... Gonna check out some of Link's cool dance moves here. Okay, now we'll go in here and we will buy the shield. Deku Shield, 40 rupees. Now we have both the sword and the shield, which will allow us to leave and go talk to the Great Deku Tree. Normally, when you talk to this boy up here that's guarding the entrance to the Deku Tree, he won't let you through, but we've already got all the items, so... If you want to see the Great Deku Tree, you should at least equip a sword and shield. What's that? Oh, you have a Deku Shield? And what's that? Is that the Kokiri Sword? Good grief. Well, even with all that stuff, a wimp is still a wimp, huh? I, the Great Mito, will never accept you as one of us. This guy's kind of a jerk. Shoot, how did you get to be the favorite of Saria and the Great Deku Tree, huh? Grumble, grumble. Get out of my way. I've got important matters to attend to. The Great Deku Tree has summoned me, and me alone, not you. And here we have the Deku Baba, a carnivorous plant and one of Hyrule's more aggressive flora, or you could say Deku Baba if you're leaning a little bit more into the Japanese pronunciation thing. This is a little bit like a Venus flytrap, or it kind of harkens back to the Mario Piranha plant. You gotta take these guys out and get some Deku sticks. Great Deku Tree, I'm back!
Mr. Media, welcome. Listen carefully to what I, the Deku Tree, am about to tell thee. Thy slumber these past moons must have been restless and full of nightmares. As the servants of evil gain strength, a vile climate pervades the land and causes nightmares to those sensitive to it. Verily, thou hast felt it. Mr. Media, the time has come to test thy courage. I've been cursed. I need thee to break the curse with thy wisdom and courage. Dost thou have courage enough to undertake this task? Then enter, brave Mr. Media, and thou too, Navi. Navi the fairy, thou must aid Mr. Media. And Mr. Media, when Navi speaks, use the little symbol thing to listen well to her words.
Now we're gonna run into the mouth of the Deku Tree. Inside the Deku Tree. Now guys, if you see some slight artifacting, again, I am using lossless scaling to play this at 120 FPS, even though the video for you guys will be recorded at 60. I can get 60 easy via the Citra emulator. It'll do 60, and that's fairly smooth, but I'm just so used to playing at my monitor's native resolution, or my monitor's refresh rate. I'm playing at 120 that I just couldn't hardly do it. I guess I've become a frame rate snob, you guys, because I tried to play it at the 60 that Citra is capable of pushing it to, And I was like, it's not smooth enough. I'm so used to 120, especially on these older games. So I am using lossless upscaler to play it at 120, even though the video you guys get will be at 60. So you might see some slight artifacting here and there, but it's going to be barely anything, barely noticeable. And we've got the dungeon map. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to skip those. We're going to skip those spiders for now, because we're going to come up in here. Yes, I know how to open a door, Navi. That's fine, thank you. Alright, and these lovable leafy little fellows are known as Deku Scrubs, or Deku if you're leaning into the Japanese pronunciation. And what they do is they shoot these little Deku nuts at you, and all you have to do is hold block and aim your shield at them so that when the Deku nut hits you, it'll bounce it back toward them. And so pretty simple, pretty easy to defeat. We're going to move forward in here, and I'm just going to jump down and skip all that, because I'm going to have to climb these vines anyway, and I like to chop up the plants. I like to chop the things, you guys. Okay, and here we will get the slingshot. You found the fairy slingshot. Okay, and where do I want to equip this to? What button? Let's do, I'm gonna do my right bumper for that one. And put this one on X. Okay. And we'll just climb up here. There's another chest here. And we've got a recovery heart. Now you're gonna want to get back out of here, you have to drop this ladder. So you're gonna want to aim at the top of the ladder. You can just hold L to lock on. And then shoot your slingshot. I'm just gonna skip the ladder and just jump over it since I didn't knock down that platform earlier when I first entered the room. Okay, now we can take out these Skulltulas here. And then I'm gonna do a manual aim for this last one. There we go. And then we're going to climb these vines. Okay, now the way you take these guys out is you're going to want to target them and then wait till they spin around to expose their backside to you, which is sort of their soft spot. And then you can, technically I guess their belly, I don't know if backside makes sense there, but you get what I mean. Gonna wait till they spin around, and then you can do damage. Okay, now we got the compass. And then I'm gonna slash these up. Grab some Deku seeds. That's ammo for the slingshot, by the way. Okay, so up here on the wall there is another golden Skulltula, so go ahead and collect that. And then we've also got a recovery heart here. Gold Skulltula. And then in order to unlock the door that has you trapped in here, you're going to want to light the torch, or you're going to light the Deku stick rather, and then bring it over to this torch and light it. And then you will unlock the door so you can leave. And then we're going to take out the rest of these giant Skulltulas. So again, just wait till he turns, exposing himself, and then you can, whoops, shot a little early there. Then you can hit him with your slingshot, or you could just stab him with your sword. Either one works. Then I'm gonna pull out the sword and I'm gonna jump off this edge and cut through the web here, and then we're gonna fall all the way through. Actually, I think it's just the weight of Link that breaks through the web. I don't even think you need whoops, what's going on here? I don't even think you need this sword out. I don't remember. It's some part of my childhood memory said you have to pull the sword out and cut through it, but I'm not actually sure if that's true. It might just be Link's weight that pushes through the web. Anyway, there's a gold Skulltula up here on the vines, so you can take him out with the slingshot and then climb up here and grab this. We're going to collect every gold Skulltula. So now let's jump down here. And we're gonna step on this switch, which will light up this torch here in the corner. And then there's another gold Skulltula right here. And after you take him out to collect it, just jump off the edge, aim at the gold Skulltula and jump right off the edge, and Link should be able to grab it just like that. Because it is a little off the ground, so you won't be able to grab it from the ground. Now, go ahead and light your Deku stick with this torch and run over here. We're gonna burn this spider web, or Skulltula web, I guess more accurately. And then, as I said before, on those guys, you just hold your shield up and block, and you will bounce the Deku nut right back at them. The order is 2, 3, 1. You guys are gonna want to remember that. This is back in the old school days when we used to play games and actually write stuff down. We'd have a little, you guys remember having a little notepad for certain games and you'd like write something down because you knew the game wasn't going to tell you again and you weren't going to get a marker straight to it. There was no hand holding. Anyway, 2, 3, 1. So let's remember that, everyone. See if you guys can remember it with me. So anyway, if you swim down here and then hold A to dive, which I can't seem to get into position here, then you'll press this button, and once that's depressed, the water will drain, allowing you to stand on this platform and go under the spinning spikes, which I missed. I missed that run, so waiting for it to come back. And you'll see now we can just safely go right under the spinning log with the spikes and take out this giant Skulltula. Wait for him to turn. 2 hits is all it takes. Easy peasy. Then we're going to want to move this block. Yeah, I know, Navi. I know. Thank you, Navi. Okay, we're going to want to push this block over in this groove until we reach the end. And then we can use it to climb up here. Okay. We're gonna take this guy out, grab the Deku nut, some seeds, a rupee. Then I'm gonna... Oh, there's one more over here. Then I'm gonna light the Deku stick on this torch. And then carry it to these other 2 torches and light them. And that will unlock the door here. Okay, I'm just looking around the ceiling to make... I was trying to remember, I was like, is there a hidden Skulltula in here anywhere? Bringing back some old core memories, you guys. Just making sure I remember everything here. Okay. Okay. Oh, these guys. Yeah, that's right. I should have gotten them early because when they're in egg form and they haven't hatched yet, you can kill them in 1 hit, I believe. Otherwise, they take 2 hits. Oh, thought I could get to those rubies in time. Okay, so we're gonna go over here and we're gonna light the Deku stick again to burn these little cobwebs off. And take this guy out. Now we don't need to do anything in there yet, but you can see there's a suspicious looking wall there. That once we collect bombs, we can come back to that. I'm gonna go ahead and light the Deku stick again and clear out this other section. Then we can crawl through here. Okay, so after you push this block down, that'll allow you to get back up there quickly, so we don't have to go through the whole door and do everything we did to just get there. So come down and light your Deku stick on that torch, and then you can hop right back up there, and then swipe the fiery Deku stick on this spider web, and that will allow you to drop down safely into this water. I just had to check my hearts to see if I needed to collect those. So here is where you'll need to remember the order 2, 3, 1. So counting left to right, 1, 2, 3. That guy is number 2, this guy is number 3, and then you're going to want to turn around and grab number 1. And if you don't do them in that order, it will fail and you'll have to start over again. But if you get the right order, 2, 3, 1, then he will say, how do you know our secret? You can talk to this guy, and he basically gives you some little tips on how to defeat Queen Gohma, which is the boss of the Deku Tree. Okay, and then for some reason, I don't know why Link does a little spin around like that sometimes when you unlock the next door. I think it's a camera issue, but anyway, you know I have to slice these and get whatever's inside. I love chopping up the grass. Link is big on lawn care, you know. Okay, here we go. Our first boss, you guys. Now, I don't know if it was patched out of the 3DS version, but an N64 version, I know that the Deku stick would always do a bit more damage. So I think I used to attack this guy with a jumping attack with the Deku stick, but I don't know if maybe some of that's been patched out. I don't know. That I know there are some slight differences. Parasitic Armored Arachnid Gohma. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so you're going to want to target it, and oh, that's right, you got to wait till it kind of rears up like that, and then you can shoot it in the eye, and then attack it from the ground like this. And then each time after a certain number of hits, it's going to retreat, climb up to the ceiling again, and then drop some little hatchlings, some little eggs that you'll have to fight. If you get to them quick enough while they're still in egg form, you can take them out with one shot each. But if you let them hatch, then it's a little bit more troublesome, as it takes 2 each. So I'm going to try to get to them really quickly here. Okay, and Gohma is going to drop back down, and we'll have another chance at another round with this big beautiful lady. So again, shoot in the eye when it rears up, and then I didn't realize my Deku stick had broken, and I kept trying to swing it again. There we go. And then make sure to gather this heart container before you exit. We want to make sure to get that heart container first. And then if you're like me, I always want to go around and cut up some of these plants first. But anyway, just enter the blue cylindrical area to leave.
I knew that thou wouldst be able to carry out my wishes. Now I have yet more to tell thee. Wouldst thou listen?
Of course.
Now, listen carefully. A wicked man of the desert cast this dreadful curse upon me. This evil man ceaselessly uses this vile sorceress power in his search for the sacred realm that is connected to Hyrule. For it is in that sacred realm that one will find the divine relic, the Triforce, which contains the essence of the gods. Before time began, before spirits and life existed, 3 golden goddesses descended upon the chaos that was Hyrule. Din, the goddess of power. Nehru, the god. I'm sorry, I looked down for 2 seconds. Faror. I don't know about these pronunciations, guys. I don't know how to say that. I'm gonna have to look this up. I gotta know what it is. With her strong flaming arm, she cultivated the land and created the Red Earth. Nehru poured her wisdom onto the earth and gave the spirit of law to the world. Farore, I don't know, with her rich soul produced all life forms who would uphold the law. The 3 great goddesses, their labors completed, departed for the heavens, and golden sacred triangles remained at the point where... Well, I didn't mean to skip. Since then, the sacred triangles have become the basis of our world's providence, and the resting place of the triangles has become the sacred realm. Thou must never allow the desert man in black armor to lay his hands on the sacred Triforce. Thou must never suffer that man with his evil heart to enter the sacred realm of legend. That evil man who cast the death curse upon me and sapped my power. Because of that curse, my end is nigh. Though your valiant efforts to break the curse were successful, I was doomed before you started. Yes, I will pass away soon, but do not grieve for me. I have been able to tell you of these important matters. This is Hyrule's final hope. Mr. Media, go now to Hyrule Castle. There thou will surely meet the Princess of Destiny. Take this stone with thee, the stone that man wanted so much that he cast the curse upon me.
Okay, let's see. Din, Nehru, I was right on those. Faror. Okay, so it's just Faror. Hey, I was right, 2 out of 3. I wasn't sure on that last one. You got the Kokiri's Emerald. This is the spiritual stone of the forest, now entrusted to you by the Great Deku Tree. The future depends upon thee, Mr. Media. Thou art courageous. Shouldst thou ever lose thy way, seek a vision of the path from the Sheikah stone that stands beside thy home. Navi the fairy, help Mr. Media to carry out my will. I entreat thee, Navi. Good
Bye.
Let's go to Hyrule Castle, Mr. Media. Goodbye, Great Deku Tree. Kokiri Forest, and come on. Hey, Mr. Media, what did you do? The Great Deku Tree, did he die? How could you let a thing like that happen? It's all your fault. This kid will just blame me for everything forever. I'm just gonna go in here and break these and grab some rupees. Blue rupee, alright. Mr. Media, are you going to go away? But she's still smiling when she says it. Just kind of going into some of these little huts, gathering whatever is inside. These little tree huts, tree houses. Guess I don't really need to do all that though. I can go ahead and get out of here now. So then we can leave through here to exit to the Great Forest. Oh, you're leaving. And then Saria will stop you to say goodbye. I knew that you would leave for the forest someday, Mr. Media. 'Cause you are different from me and my friends. But that's okay, because we'll be friends forever, won't we? I want you to have this ocarina. Please take good care of it. And she gives you your first ocarina. You received the fairy ocarina. This is a memento from Saria. When you play my ocarina, I hope you will think of me and come back to the forest to visit. And then Link notoriously just backs off and then runs away, which a lot of people didn't like. But it's most likely because at the time it took them so much work to create their models and their different expressions and everything that it would have just been too much time to have them like hug or do all this expressive stuff. Nobody really knows for sure. A lot of people are bothered by the fact that he just runs away. I kind of interpret it as he's just a boy dealing with mixed emotions and he hurts too bad, so he doesn't want to linger. He doesn't know what to do. But anyway, yeah, he just awkwardly runs away there. So anyway, you go up here and you can talk to the great owl. Hoot hoot, Mr. Media, look up here. It appears the time has finally come for you to start your adventure. You will encounter many hardships ahead. That is your fate. Don't feel discouraged, even during the toughest times. If you go straight this way, you will see Hyrule Castle. You will meet a princess there. If you are lost and don't know which way to go, look at the map. The areas you have explored will be shown on the map. If you don't know where to go next, try heading to one of the locations marked with a flashing dot. Alright then, see you around, woohoo! That's just kind of how I imagine the owl's voice, I don't know. Something like that. Alright, anyway. If you cut straight through here, you can usually get to the castle before nightfall, which we want to do because at nightfall the drawbridge goes up to protect them from the spooky night monsters. Gotta protect all the townsfolk inside from the things that go bump in the night. So they pull up their drawbridge at night. If you do a straight beeline for the castle, If I remember correctly, you can usually hit it before the drawbridge goes up. Then again, that was on N64. I don't know. They've changed things slightly. I never played all the way through the 3DS version. Of course, this is the heavily modified 3DS version being emulated on Citra, but you know, I don't know. Usually, I do remember being able to make it. That's all I'll say. I remember being able to make it before the... Oh, right at the edge it goes up. Come on. What a ripoff. All right. Let's take these guys out. These guys are pretty easy. They will spawn out of the ground and you can just target them. And if you hit them with a jumping attack, you can defeat them in one hit. Otherwise, I think it takes 2, I believe. But, so they're pretty easy to defeat. If you defeat enough of them, a gigantic one will spawn. It's really no different than any other way, other than just being really big. Still easy to defeat, but they're kind of nice to farm for rupees and other goodies. And we might as well do that while we wait for the sun to rise. And there's the big old boy right there, and he does drop slightly better loot. But it's not really different in any other way, except for his size. Gotta farm these guys for some loot. Until the sun comes up. There goes the moon. And then we should be able to get in here anytime. What's that? That guy just immediately spawned and immediately died. What a short life. What a very brief time on this earth. See, the sun, when the sun rises, whatever remains, the remaining ones die off. And he just spawned right before dying. Okay, so if you go talk to this guard, they'll say, man, I'm so bored. Things would sure be more interesting if there were more troubles in the world. Hey, that's just between you and me, okay? Anyway, maybe we can let off some steam by breaking some jars. Stand near a jar and press A to lift it, press A again to toss it. Or if you have your sword, you can just go through slashing them like this. It's a whole lot of fun. But anyway, yes, this is a pretty cool place. You can exit and re-enter, and the pots will respawn, and you can do this all over again and just collect rupees. And then I think if you jump up here, you can get up there and get these, or at least one of them. Nothing. Can I get this other one? Whatever. I'll leave that one be. Let there be one remaining. Oh yeah, and if you go back to this corner over here and smash the crate on the right side, you reveal a hidden gold Skulltula. So we're gonna go ahead and collect that now. And then one last rupee here. You have to roll into those crates to break them, by the way. Okay, then we're gonna go in here into the castle market. And there's all kinds of little things you can do in here, but for now I'm just gonna skip past all this and we're gonna run straight for the castle. Hyrule Castle. Okay, and the owl will talk to you immediately as you approach. The princess is inside the castle just ahead. Be careful not to get caught by the guards. Hoot hoot hoo. On this ground, time flows normally. But time stands still while you're in Lon Lon Ranch or in a town. Hoo. Hoo. If you want time to pass normally, you'll need to leave town. Well, well, which way are you going to go now? Hoot, hoot, hoot. Do you want to hear what I said again? No. Hoo, you're a smart kid. Good luck then. Hoo-hoo. Okay, see you later, Mr. Owl. Okay, we're going to go under here, and I'm going to throw these rocks. See if there's anything in there. By breaking them, we got a rupee. And another rupee, and some Deku nuts, or seeds rather. And then if you roll into this tree, a golden Skulltula will fall. And then you can gather another one of those. And we're going to try to get all of them, you guys. This is going to be a completionist run. And there are some bugs on the ground there too that if I had a jar I would collect, but I do not yet. But those will come in handy later, and I'll show you guys how to do that. So you're going to want to get it caught by a guard and thrown out. Later, you will want to sneak past and not get caught. But the first time you want to get caught by a guard and just thrown out. So just run up here and get caught. Because once you get thrown out once, that will trigger Malin to appear. Or Malin, Malin, however you say it. I'm going to say Malin because her father's name is Talon. So I'm assuming her name is Malin, but let me know in the comments, how do you guys say it? Anyways, and she's going to give you an egg she's been incubating via some mysterious method that I do not want to know about. But you're going to need it very soon. Dad went to the castle to deliver some milk and he hasn't come back. Well, that's usually the story goes. He went to buy some milk or cigarettes. He doesn't come back, but... Are you going to the castle, fairy boy? Would you mind finding my dad? He must have fallen asleep somewhere around the castle. What a thing for an adult to do. If you look for him, I'll give this to you. I've been incubating this egg very carefully. You got a weird egg, yeah. Now, once this egg is in your inventory, you're going to want to map it to one of your buttons. And we don't ask how precisely. Malin has been carefully, covertly incubating this egg that's been on her person the whole time, but now you're just a forest fairy running around with this weird girl's warm egg in your inventory, so pretty standard stuff for a children's video game. Alright, so we're going to run through here, and this time we're going to try to pass through the guards unnoticed, which is easy to do. If you go up the side right here, between the guard on the left and the two guards on the right, they won't see you. The view cone of the guards is not super great, which is good for us, so. They don't have a very wide field of view. I think they're all maybe a little bit blind, so. Anyway, stay up here to the left side and you'll see these vines you can climb up, and then you're going to want to drop into the moat. And then you can just float along and collect rupees, and you can swim faster through here if you just tap the B button repeatedly as you swim. And then we're going to climb up here. Alright, and once you arrive at the side of the castle, you'll find Malin's father Talon snoozing away here when he should be back home working on his ranch. Lazy, good for nothing. But anyway, you can pull out the chicken here once it hatches. Once the egg hatches into a chicken, you can pull it out here, and that will cause him to wake up. But right now, our egg is still an egg, so we have to wait till morning for it to hatch. So in the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and start moving some of these crates into position because we're going to need them in a moment. Because we'll use them to jump across the gap from here to the castle wall, where we will find a small space inside the wall, which we will use to infiltrate the castle. And Malin's father Talon, to me, looks suspiciously like an older, slightly more realistic, slightly more grotesque version of Mario. So maybe that's a little nod to Mario, but I'm just gonna run around and cut some of these while I wait for the sun to rise. Alright, come on, Malin's father Talon. I know you're secretly Mario hiding in another game franchise. Okay, the cuckoo hatched from the egg. It is a miracle of life. So now we're gonna go in here and go into the menu, or if you've got it already set to a key, pull that out. What in tarnation? Okay, you can act like a country boy, like a farmer, but I know you're really Italian. Hello, and who might you be? I'm a Talon, the owner of Lon Lon Ranch. I went to the castle to deliver some milk, but I know you're Mario. You can't pretend. You can't pretend you're a farmer in another franchise. I know you're a plumber. She's really gonna let me have it. And then he runs off. He's scared of his own daughter, apparently. No, I interpret that as she'll be really disappointed, and he's a good father, and he loves her, and so he doesn't want to hurt her or disappoint her. And that's very important to him, so he's running off quickly as he doesn't want to let her down. But you can interpret it either way. Maybe she's a real tyrant, and he actually is scared for his life. Anyway, so you push these crates into place, stack one on top of the other. Then you're going to want to jump up here. And I'm going to go ahead and save it. And then you're just going to hop across and crouch in here and crawl through. Okay, now we're in the castle courtyard, and you're going to have to sneak past a series of guards. They're not very difficult. Really, as long as you're behind them, you can almost just follow them around. As long as you don't get too close, and as long as you don't let them turn to face you, then you should be alright. So we're going to sneak through here. I'm just going to run past this one. Now, in this area there are two, so it's a little bit more difficult, but not by much. So I'm just going to wait here. Now this guard on the right here, in the northeast corner, is getting ready to face me and walk this way, so I'm not going to dare risk it just yet. But here in just a moment, I will go out there. Now, as long as that guard in the southwest corner now turns, okay, nope, still facing me, so I need to wait. Okay, this might be a good, this might be my chance. There we go. Okay, and here you can grab these rupees by climbing across there, but it's not really worth it. I mean, rupees are easy to get, and it's almost better to just skip it and not risk getting caught and thrown out and having to repeat all of this again. So I'm just going to skip those. And then here we've got two guards again. Please don't turn around. I don't think he does. There we go. Okay. And then with these guys, I usually just wait till one's on the right side but facing away and the other's on the left side and walking away, and then I'll follow the one on the left. If I remember right, that's usually how it goes, but I don't know how long to wait here for them to line up to what I want them to do. This might be a good time to go. Assuming this one doesn't turn around. There we go. Okay, then we're in. And here, we're in the castle courtyard where we can finally meet Princess Zelda for the first time. What? Who are you? How did you get past the guards? Oh, what's that? Is that a fairy? Then you are you from the forest? Then you wouldn't happen to have the spiritual stone of the forest, would you? That green and shining stone? Do you have it? Just as I thought. I had a dream. In the dream, dark storm clouds were billowing over the land of Hyrule. But suddenly, a ray of light shot out of the forest, parted the clouds, and lit up the ground. The light turned into a figure holding a green and shining stone, followed by a fairy. I knew this was a prophecy that someone would come from the forest. Yes, I thought you might be the one. Oh, I'm sorry. I got carried away with my story and didn't even properly introduce myself. I'm Zelda, Princess of Hyrule. What is your name? Mr. Media. Strange. It sounds somehow familiar. Okay then, Mr. Media. I'm going to tell you the secret of the sacred realm that has been passed down by the royal family of Hyrule. Please keep this a secret from everyone. The legend goes like this. I'm going to get out of you guys' way so you can just watch this now. The three goddesses hid the Triforce containing the power of the gods of Hyrule, the power to grant the wish of the one who holds the Triforce in his hands. If someone with a righteous heart makes a wish, it will lead Hyrule to a golden age of prosperity. If someone with an evil mind has his wish granted, he will be consumed by evil. So the ancient sages built the Temple of Time to protect the Triforce from evil ones. That's right, the Temple of Time is the entrance through which you can enter the sacred realm from our world. But the entrance is sealed with a stone wall called the Door of Time. And in order to open the door, it is said that you need to collect 3 spiritual stones. Another thing you need is the treasure that the royal family keeps along with this legend, the Ocarina of Time. She said the thing. Guys, she said the thing. Did you understand the story I just told you? No, not really. No, not at all. It was very confusing and convoluted. I was spying through this window just now. The other element from my dream, the dark clouds, I believe they symbolize that man in there. Would you look through the window? Can you see the man with the evil eyes? That is Ganondorf, the leader of the Gerudo. They hail from the desert far to the west. Though he swears allegiance to my father, I'm sure he's not sincere. The dark clouds that covered Hyrule in my dream, they must symbolize that man. What happened? Did he see you? Dun dun dun. Don't worry, he doesn't have any idea what we're planning yet. Yes. I told my father about my dream, however, he didn't believe it was a prophecy. But I can sense that man's evil intentions. What Ganondorf is after must be nothing less than the Triforce of the Sacred Realm. He must have come to Hyrule to obtain it. And he wants to conquer Hyrule. No, the entire world. Mr. Media, now we are the only ones who can protect Hyrule. Please? Okay. Thank you! I'm afraid. I have a feeling that man is going to destroy Hyrule. He has such terrifying power. But it's fortunate that you have come. We must not let Ganondorf get the Triforce. I will protect the Ocarina of Time with all my power. He shall not have it. You go find the other 2 spiritual stones. Let's get the Triforce before Ganondorf does. And then defeat him. One more thing, take this letter. I'm sure it will be helpful to you. And we got Zelda's letter. This letter has the Princess Zelda's autograph. Okay, and then we're gonna put this on, we're gonna set this to one of the buttons on the item subscreen. My attendant will guide you out of the castle. Don't be afraid to talk to her. Okay, but first, see if you've got anything hiding around here in your courtyard. Any hidden rupees or anything? No, nothing. Anything on this side? What about underneath? Underneath here, is there anything? Oh, I don't see anything. Okay, I just have to check. That's just how I am. That's how I play games. I have to check every little thing. Couldn't remember for sure, guys. I am Impa of the Sheikah. I am responsible for protecting Princess Zelda. Everything is exactly as the princess foretold. You are a courageous boy. You are heading out on a big new adventure, aren't you? My role in the princess's dream was to teach a melody to the one from the forest. This is an ancient melody passed down by the royal family. I have played this song for Princess Zelda as a lullaby. There is mysterious power in these notes. Now, listen carefully. Okay, she's gonna teach you a song. Your first song on the ocarina, which is Zelda's Lullaby. If the castle soldiers find you, there will be trouble. Let me lead you out of the castle. You can use Zelda's Lullaby. We're going to be using that quite a bit in the later stages of the game. It's basically to prove that you are associated with the royal family in some way and authorized access to certain things, but it does a lot of other things too, especially in the water temple, the dreaded water temple. You brave lad, we must protect this beautiful land of Hyrule. Take a good look at that mountain. That is Death Mountain, home of the Gorons. They hold the spiritual stone of fire. At the foot of Death Mountain, you will find my village, Kakariko. That is where I was born and raised. You should talk to some of the villagers there before you go up to Death Mountain. The song I just taught you has some mysterious power. Only royal family members are allowed to learn this song. Remember, it will help to prove you're right. The princess is waiting for you to return to the castle with the stones. Alright, we're counting on you. And she's like, peace, I'm out. Just disappears. Alright, so let me save this real quick. And then I'm gonna head over here to Kakariko. I want to roll into this tree, see if there's anything in it, because I don't remember. Apparently, I cannot hit the tree. That is a sign that it's time for me to end this video. Hey, we got 3 heartins. We got 3 hearts. Kakariko Village. Oh man, this brings back fun memories. This is great. I'm so excited to play through this with you guys. It's gonna be a lot of videos though. I don't know how long it's gonna take me to finish this, guys, because it's gonna, if we really do a completionist playthrough, it's gonna be a while. But anyway, I think that'll do for this video. That's probably about the right amount of time for the first video. I don't know how long, that feels like about an hour. Really though, if I'm going to do a completionist playthrough, I might need to do like 2-hour-long videos. But anyway, that's it for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, send me hate messages, start a flame war, whatever you want to do in the comment section. Let me know if you want to see more of this. And thanks for watching, guys. I love you. Talk to you later. Bye.